Psychedelics. They are controversial, but effective. My history with the plant teacher ayahuasca had reinvented my life, enough to make me a father at 45 years old. Dorian once told me the ego gets in the way, and sometimes it needs to be destroyed. Where drugs once expanded his muscles, now they expanded his mind. Typical of Dorian, he went to the extreme with the most powerful psychedelic, DMT.
What do you take away from those DMT experiences?
It's tremendous amount of information that you get in, and it was like the higher me talking to me and telling me like the biggest problem we have here really on this planet, on this plane, is the ego, you know? The ego gets in the way of everything, and the ego is not really you, you know? The ego is just a construct we've formed in this, yeah.
Was ego what built your whole career?
Probably.
Okay.
I mean, initially, why would you want to be the best in the world at something, you know? I guess it must be your ego.
On our first episode, we spoke about DMT, and you had even said that we were gonna smoke DMT together. I went on to do a before and after episode, but I know you had an experience with DMT.
Yeah, you did it without me, man. What's that about?
You kind of disappeared.
You couldn't wait, right? Yeah, I went into the shadows again. Shadow, you know? I call it a door opener for me, to like, wow, you realize it's, you know, there's another world out there, and where we live is just like, it's just a narrow piece of light. And taking psychedelics, it takes you out of that, and you see that there's more out there. I don't know if I would take psychedelics again. Maybe I would take ayahuasca again if I felt there was a reason, if I had something I really wanted to know or work on or something like that. But it comes to a point where once you picked up the receiver and you took the call, put it back down, and you don't need to take that call again.
And you much prefer ayahuasca over DMT because it's a longer message.
Well, now I'm going to contradict my first interview, aren't I?
I gotta be honest, it was like something I would never do again. So I just met my future wife and I said, look, I'm gonna take this stuff now. And she said, oh, I'll look after you. I said, I'm probably gonna puke and shit myself, so if you still fancy me after this. It made me as sick as you can. I mean, this stuff was just like drinking paint stripper. It was just to get it down was a chore, you know? But as far as like revelations and hearing things and seeing things, I didn't get too much. I was quite disappointed, to be honest.
Now I look back, I did hear something. Now I recall. Not what I wanted to hear, not what I wanted to see, because I didn't really see anything much. But I got a repetitive message in my brain: stop poisoning yourself. Because I was, you know, drinking, doing the party drugs sometimes, all this kind of stuff. So, I was poisoning myself. And the ayahuasca gives you what you need. And at that point, that's all I needed to know and hear. Forget about seeing your spirit animals, mate, and all that stuff, and great revelations of what life's all about. Stop poisoning yourself. That's my advice to you right now.